Dear students, today we shall study about the supersaturated or metastable flow through the nozzles. The expansion of a superheated steam is shown in the figure. The ideal isentropic expansion of steam is shown by 1, 4. So actually, ideally speaking, the condensation should start at point 2 where the dry saturated line cuts the vertical expansion line. But due to some reasons that will be explained later, the condensation process is delayed and expansion of steam takes place from 2 to further expansion of steam takes place from 2 to 3 in a dry state instead of in a wet state. The expansion of steam 2 3 in a supersaturated condition or dry state is called as a supersaturated expansion, and 3 indicates the limit of supersaturation process. And this 3 lines on a line known as a Wilson line. This 3.3 is obtained by extending the curvature of the pressure P3 line up to the constant pressure line, up to the vertical expansion line. So then at point 2, as I have told, as the expansion takes place from 2 to 3 in a dry state, temperature continues to fall. Therefore, this 2 to 3 zone expansion zones or supersaturated expansion of steam zone is also called the undercooled zone. The line between the dry saturated line and the Wilson line is called the supersaturated zone. So in the during the undercooling, the temperature begins to fall. Temperature begins to fall until the density of the steam becomes 8 times that of the saturated vapor at the same pressure, and at 3, when the thermal equilibrium is reached, condensation of steam takes place from 3 to 3 dash. 3 to 3 dash. 3 to 3 dash indicates instantaneous condensation of steam following the supersaturated expansion. This condensation takes place at constant pressure and enthalpy. This is followed by condensation is followed by further expansion of the steam in the nozzle from 3 dash to 4 dash. And 4 dash indicates the condition of steam at the exit of the nozzle with supersaturated phenomena. And 4 indicates the condition at exit of the nozzle at ideal condition. So therefore, actually, as you can see from the figure, the dryness fraction of the steam and the entropy of the steam are increased. And also, specific volume at 4 dash is less compared to the normal expansion, and therefore as the area at the exit of the nozzle is the same, therefore discharge will be more compared to the theoretical discharge. Now we will define, as I have told, 2 to 3 is a undercooling zone. Temperature at any point 3 will be less than the saturation temperature. Therefore, degree of undercooling is defined as T3S minus T3. Degree of undercooling is defined as T3S minus T3, where T3S is the saturation temperature at pressure P3, and T3 is the supersaturated steam temperature at point 3. Then another point is defined as degree of saturation. Degree of saturation is defined as P3 divided by P3S. P3 divided by P3S, where P3 is equal to limiting supersaturation pressure, and P3S indicates saturation pressure at actual temperature T3. So these are all about the supersaturated expansion of the steam and what are the effects of supersaturation. Now I will go to the causes of supersaturation. So causes of supersaturation. First cause. So dust particles, tiny dust particles are present in commercial steam, and condensation will take place around any such dust particle. But in the absence of such foreign particles, condensation process is delayed. and until the density of this steam becomes 8 times that of the saturated vapor. And during the supersaturation phenomena, temperature begins to fall. The limiting condition of undercooling is given by a line known as a Wilson line. No, second condition, second explanation, second reason for the delay in condensation process or supersaturation phenomena. So in the natural way of condensation, random kinetic energy of the molecules falls to a level which is not sufficient to overcome the attractive force of the molecules. And slower moving molecules come together and form a drop. So when it takes some time for the collection of these smaller droplets to form a bigger droplet, to become a bigger droplet. So bigger droplet. Yes, the converging section is very small. And the flow of steam through the converging section takes place in a fraction of seconds. Condensation process will not take place and condensation process is delayed. Now I will go to the third. Now consider a minute droplet, a flat water surface, a steam and flat water surface are shown here, and this point A is lying on the flat water surface. This point A is attracted by molecules lying within this hemisphere CD. So this molecule is affected by a surface tension effect. Surface tension effects from the molecules that are acting on it from the below. Now let us now consider when a minute droplet is formed. Then consider a droplet, a molecule B lying on the surface of a droplet of radius r. Let us consider a molecule B lying on the surface of a droplet of radius r. This molecule is held by a smaller force. Since this molecule will lose the attractive force of molecules lying within this cross-hatched area. This molecule will lose the attractive force of the molecules lying within this cross-hatched area, because the molecules within this cross-hatched area are no longer a portion of the liquid. Hence, as the radius of the droplet reduces, then at any temperature, the forces which tend to maintain a molecule within the liquid droplet reduces. Therefore, such molecules will now escape to the space. So, the number of such molecules, escaping of such molecules into the space increases. Vapor pressure in the space surrounding this droplet will be more compared to that in the case of a flat water surface. And this condensation process is thus delayed. And relative importance of all these forces, above all these factors, and also the amount of supersaturation which is likely to occur in a particular case, it's probable that highly turbulent portion set up by the throat in a convergent divergent nozzle will accelerate the attainment of equilibrium, and supersaturation phenomena will not be taking place in the diverging section. So these are some of the causes of supersaturation phenomenon. Thank you.